But I'm going to start first with Dr. Broussard, something he said. I taught school for 35 years. I was coach for 34 years. In my coaching for 34 years, I won 13 state championships. All right. Coach of the year 10 years, teacher of the state 1 year, and teacher of the parish now 5 or 6 years.
All right.
Everything I've ever gotten into, I take it seriously.
All right.
And Brother Gibson said one thing that is close to me, that is education.
All right.
And I want to talk a little bit about, though, the trends of education that's changing. And I want to talk to two groups of people in this room. One, the young people sitting here and here. But more importantly, the old people sitting behind them. Your children, your nieces, your nephews, your grands. The culture of education has changed. And it's changing every year. When you listen at the news media, they will make you think that all of your children are dummies and all of the teachers can't teach. And all of you are sorry parents. But that's not the case. But what is happening is, it's a new culture that is coming. And I want to talk a little bit about that. I just returned back from a national conference put on by AFT, the American Federation of Teachers. And what they do is they train local presidents and teachers on the new trends in education. One of the things that's new, that's coming, there are 46 states, my time is up already, there are 46 states that have entered into what they call Common Core. And I've been meeting with a lot of preachers, trying to get preachers to elect or select what we call it an education ambassador. I would like to have one person or two people from every church in the inner city Baton Rouge. That person would then organize the parent of 4th grade students, 6th grade students, and 9th grade students. And then the school systems have agreed to put on a workshop for parents on how to help their kids with homework. Because the new curriculum that is coming in, that we just had a training on yesterday over the PD Center on Sherwood Forest, is different. They know your child no longer can give an answer to a question unless he can quote the text, which he got the question from. Okay? When you used to ask your child, 6 and what other number give you 8? Well, the answer is 2. But now the question might say, 6 and whatever number give you 8. And you're going to say 2. Then it's going to ask you, how many other ways can you get 8? 7 plus 1, 5 plus 3. So you have to answer everything. And any part of that question that you missed is a minus. So I'm talking to parents and I'm talking to students. Number one, parent. We have a reputation. Some of y'all have a reputation from not showing up at the school till your child just failed my class. That's the wrong time to come to my class. Don't come there raising the devil with me because it's too late. So what I'm encouraging parents to do, and this church to do, your education ambassador, it is important that that parents understand the new curriculum. Because if you don't understand the new curriculum, you're not going to be able to help your own child with his homework. You can't no longer say, boy, I had that. This is what they did when I was in school. No, they ain't doing that no more. Starting next year and this year. So it is important, parent, for you. And I'm going to pass out something. I'm going to ask somebody to pass it out. I'm going to give you 2 things. One that I'm passing out right now is from our national. Is how parents can help their children. Now, what we have done, what our teacher organization, and I give it to mamas, don't give it to the kids. Adults, please, not just mamas, but adults. This brochure that's being passed out to you, we have what we call national lesson plans, Common Core lesson plans. AFT have put together all the standards, regardless of what grade it is, kindergarten through 12th grade, two things are going to have to happen. Our kids must read. Now, I'm going to give y'all some statistics. I'm going to give you some statistics. At the top of our academic chain are Asian kids. Okay? Asian. The next of our academic chain are white females. The next of our academic chain is white males. The next of our academic chain are black females. And then down here are black males. Our black males in the last 12 years have lost ground with black females. This is research, not Carnell Washington. Now why? That's your question. Somebody mentioned some stuff a few minutes ago about cell phones and TV and shoes and video games. We don't read anymore. We watch stuff. Watching stuff does not do anything to your brain. Okay? So, the question I have to ask is whose fault is that? Is it the boy's fault? I don't think so. It's the parent's fault. And when we realize that, when we as black parents, I get straight down with it. The only way for our black kids to catch up with anybody, we got to stop doing some of the stuff we're doing and start reading. We have to read. We cannot go to Southern University, which is where I went, and where Doc is, and where most of us in this classroom went, because now the standards have changed. Now you cannot go in Southern with an opening mission. They got to make a safe school ACT test. Every child now, parent, have to take the ACT test. It's a must. It used to be an option. Now it's a must. So you need to teach your children. Set aside time. Start next week. Don't just go out and buy pretty shoes and pretty clothes and stuff. Set up you a desk in your child's room with a light on it. And they got to have mandatory study time. How many of y'all want to be something great when you grow up? Put your hands up, students. Huh? Good. Now, how do you do that? How do you heard that figure he was talking about? Because he's right. Most of us in this room would never. I played basketball. I was a coach for 34 years. I thought I was going somewhere too. Now my knees bad, my back bad, all the stuff you get. But I made a good living. I retired from teaching, and I'm doing another job. So I got 2 different checks coming, and I got some animals up in the country. So the point is, you can do a whole lot of things. You don't have to be proactive, but you got to be smart. So parents, please, talk to your sisters, talk to your neighbors. We got to start getting our kids out the street. When at 6 o'clock, my kids had 2 things to do from 6 to 8. Study. 6 to 8 in my house, I had 4 girls. He said I had 4 girls. 4. With no boys from my house either around that time. Simple. They ain't coming up in here. Through the week, nobody can come visit you. But me. Alright? 6 to 8, you study. 8 to 9, you talk on the phone. 10 o'clock, you in the bed. And you're going to have it in the bed with your cell phone. I'm serious. You all might think that's crazy. 4 girls. 4 of all 4 of them graduated from Southern University. On time. On time. I told them you got 4 years and 1 semester in my house. 2 of them had tops, 2 of them didn't. So 2 of them was in my pocket. 4 years, 1 semester. You can flunk 1 course. I'll pay for that one. After that, I'm seeing you grown. I've done all I can do for you. So young people, here's what I want you to do. I was talking to the parents on this first day. Now I'm going to tell you guys right here. I'm going to give you 3 little short things you need to remember. It's a short little thing. And you've heard it all your life. But it's not going to work unless you do it. I think I heard her say it. I can. Say it to me. I can if I think I can. All right. That was my motto when I was running track and when I was coach over at Baton Rouge High School. We had another motto. If it is to be, it's up to me. Say it again, young people. If it is to be, it's up to me. Is that not true? If I'm going to learn English, who's it up to? If I'm going to learn history, who's it up to? If I'm going to get my math, who's it up to? Now, how do I get that math? Study. Doesn't happen through osmosis. It's not like it's air conditioning in here. When you cut it on, we all get cool. That ain't the way you get smart. You got to read. Right? I want every student in this room, in this church, whatever your grade was last year, whatever your grade was last year, you should raise it up this year. If you had a C in the class, you want a B. If you had a B in the class, you want an A. If you had an A in the class, then you want all A's. That's how you get the talent. And you don't do it watching TV, you don't do it riding your bike, you don't do it shooting the hoops, you do it hitting the books. Because now the new curriculum says they're no longer going to study fictions. Check this out, parent. Common Core said we're not going to study fiction anymore. They're going to study facts. And when your daughter comes to school, her facts can't be what mama said last night or what daddy said last night. The facts are going to have to be from the text. Meaning, John must have read because he said it's on page 59 in chapter 2. That's the way it's going to be. Parent, if our children, yesterday I went to a ceremony at the school system. We had 12 schools, one right down the street. 12 schools rose up. And they came out of ASU, but the state can't take them over. That's y'all school right down the street. Park was one of them. That means that you guys are doing something right. But whatever you did last year, you got to do more this year. In other words, when I won one state championship, I said, dog, that felt good. I think I want to do what? I want to want another. She said she just got 1 degree. She want another. And she want another. Because winning is contagious. So I want everybody in this church to get contagious this year. And be ready to read. I used to love my kids to challenge me. I taught history. I would dare them to challenge me. I would give them a fact and tell them to go home and prove me wrong. Most of them couldn't prove me wrong, but they went home trying to. And I like that they come back with different things, but they may come back with somebody else's fact, which I like. Parent, you must sit down with your children every night and have them talk about their homework to you. And don't tell me about how tired you are. I don't care about how tired you are. I don't care about how many jobs you got. I'm still saying I'm tired. I got too many jobs for your children. But nobody too tired with you. Alright? We got to do that. And then, parent, protect your children. If you know that old dude down the street or that old woman down the street ain't no good around your children, why you doing it? Let's be real. I don't care you are my cousin, boy. We got to protect our children. We got to love our children. We got to give them spiritual guidance. And I read in the Bible, it says something about sparing the rod, spoiling the child. I had 4 girls. Every one of them got a whooping at some point. But I did it early, and I ain't had to do it much. But discipline. And don't y'all let these people on this TV tell y'all stuff about our children. Our children require a different kind of discipline than Asian children. Our children require a different kind of discipline than white children. Now, y'all say what you want, but most of y'all got raised by somebody that raised you a certain kind of way. And you got raised a certain kind of way, but they did a certain kind of thing to you. And you got where you are because they did something. So why you leave it alone now? I don't understand it. So white folks can't tell me how to raise my kids. My children told me, Daddy, they said that so-and-so Danny whooped her, and she called the family, the OCS on me. I said, yeah. I said, you call OCS on me? Well, I'm going to get out of jail. And what I do, you better not be here. You call who you want to call on me. Let's find you another address and another good one. I had to do that for once or two times. Every student who ran the house, don't let your kids run your house. They ain't going to come to my class, they will run my class. They don't know why I ain't letting them run my room. I mean, yeah, I'm going to run this out. That's what we have to do. Guys, I'm serious. We must go back. And I don't mean beating your kids. Don't take that wrong. I don't mean abusing your kids. There ain't nothing wrong with some hard love. That might be taking the cell phone away. Maybe taking out the thing that they love the most at a certain age, appropriateness. But you have to do that. My girl used to wake up in the morning time and they had no cell phones in the house. They all in the back of my van at that time. But I heard them talking on it past 10 o'clock. I didn't fuss. When they went to sleep, when they got it, put it in my briefcase, they had it on the back of the time. Kept it there for a week. Hey, you see my phone? I ain't seen it. Then when I cleaned the car out on Saturday, while they gone doing something, I eased back and put it on their bed. I said, well, I was back and I found your phone. They realized. So you got control, or you should have control. For students, you got control of your mind. You must do everything you can to improve. I got one more thing I'm going to pass out. I'm not pass it out for me, sir. This is on what we're trying to do locally. When we're going to have a training for parents at one of the local schools, probably Capitol Middle, because it's a bigger school. Please, when you hear somebody in this church announce for the parent of 9th graders, 4th graders, and 6th graders to come to a training so we can help you help your child, please come. It's going to be the afternoon in your neighborhood, but you need to know what's new in education and how we can help your child. Now, this is truly the village raising our children. We all got to change this thing. We messed up about 20 years when we let the churches run away from school. Now, I'm not going to get into do we pray in school. Because I don't think taking prayer out of school cause school to fall down. I think taking prayer out your home cause school to fall down. That's what I think. So, thank y'all very much. Help us as public educators help your children. And your children, our children, can be better if we all put the same thing for their support. Thank y'all very much.